Yeah, thank you, Muzzer. It's great to see this women against war and a focus in this seminar on how we can counter war and sectarian violence and the role of global civil society. The Peace Builders Forum India, which Deben and of course uh, is the umbrella under which this meeting is happening, uh, was thought to both focus on women against violence, as well as giving a special focus for global peace, given the upsurge of violence which we have witnessed in West Asia. And of course, in addition to the Ukraine, Russia, Sudan civil war, and many other conflicts, how this is creating a huge turbulence, both in the global economy, but also in terms of traditional relationships that we have enjoyed in this period of 75 years after 80 years after the Second World War. And I think where we see the weakening of international institutions, laws, and norms, the UN itself, which was set up to monitor peace and security, has been terribly weakened, given national rivalries and a nationalist ascendancy. And in such a situation, I think it is significant that civil society groups stand up and play some kind of role in with their governments in determining how we can reduce violence and bring back some modicum of peace. So I am delighted that you're getting together to discuss these particular recommendations in the context of Kova's work in Hyderabad. And I think from our point of view in the Peace Builders Forum India, we need to work a lot harder to resurrect a global peace movement. India has always played a significant, if not central, role in global civil society, particularly in its fight against colonialization and in feeling the pain and the difficulties within the global South. And that voice is needed. Women's, in particular, within that global civil society, needs to be louder in taking on some of the authoritarianism and patriarchy which we see growing. So, in terms of how to build this global civil society, one of the actions taken up by Peace Builders Forum has been to develop something called Peace 7. Peace 7 is a first rallying call to 7 countries that have had a deep tradition within their civil societies, a deep tradition of peacemaking. And they're in different, they have come together from different regions of the world to begin a process of developing some kind of larger peace movement. And this crosses developing boundaries. It crosses the usual boundaries that we have to try to bring those countries who have demonstrably been at the forefront of peacemaking and peace building. So, for instance, the anti-nuclear movement in Japan has joined Peace 7. The anti-apartheid movement of South Africa has joined this Peace 7. The India, we hope, will has agreed through peace builders to be a member of this Peace 7 in order to bring the long history of peace building. And of course, in India today, we face so many levels of violence internally, and now increasingly because of the war in West Asia, we are facing other external shocks, which is adding to the conflicts which we face in the country, conflicts of poverty, conflicts of caste, and so on. So I think we're in a very difficult time, but there are mechanisms which we have and which we need to create uh, in order to build a much stronger peace movement. And I do believe that COVA, with its years of work on community conflict resolution, reducing communal violence, significantly working with teachers and educators on compassionate citizenship, that COVA is one of the leaders in building out this solidarity, not only in parts of India. It's had a great and profound relationship with other parts of South Asia. And these need to be constantly uh, reaffirmed and promoted so that others see that a narrative of peace is possible. We certainly are aware that the narrative of war and conflict uh, is strong and overwhelming in our daily lives. But I think for the sake of the next generation, we need to really focus on the narrative of peace. And these efforts, as COVA is having today, we've had 15 different groups in different programs over these last 2 weeks of April. It will culminate on May Day in Bombay, where we will sum up all of the different efforts that groups have made towards peacemaking. And we look forward to receiving the recommendations of COVA in that culmination on the 1st of May, so that we can take these concerns. Peace Builders Forum India can take these concerns not only to the government of India, but towards building a larger international solidarity. And let me just conclude by saying that in India, we often draw from our legacy of nonviolence, the nonviolent revolution that brought the birth of modern India. And, we have an extremely important role to continue this path of promoting nonviolence. People look to India for nonviolence, and although we have many, many problems, we have also developed strategies and ways of bringing peace. And I hope that we will not lose sight of this in the days ahead. So let me commend Kova for this initiative, and Mazhar Hussain particularly, a great fighter for peace, and wish the seminar a rich expose of other opinions. Thank you very much.